Hello everyone, welcome to our fourth online class section on plane shapes. Today we'll be looking at, in this video, we'll be looking at facts about triangles. Although it's not in the scheme, but I just feel like, that this is something that we need to know. As JS1 student, you should know all this. So that's why I'm bringing this in. So that's why I'm doing this. An equilateral triangle. So let's start with the first fact. An equilateral triangle is a special case of an isosceles triangle. So what it means is that all equilateral triangles are isosceles triangles, but not all isosceles triangles are equilateral triangles. That is, all equilateral triangles, take it again, all equilateral triangles are isosceles triangles, but not all isosceles triangles are equilateral triangles. So let me illustrate this on the board. So I'm going to draw an equilateral triangle, and I'll draw a scalene triangle. So let's take, for instance, if it's an isosceles triangle, so this is equilateral. So 60, 60, 60. So this is 50, this is 65, this is also 65, so that's 180. So can you see that an equilateral triangle satisfies the properties of an isosceles triangle? At least an isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. Can you see that the base angles are also equal, 60, 60? So all equilateral triangles, even if you're looking at sides, let's say this is 5, this is 5, and this is 5, you can see that the two sides are also equal. It satisfies the properties of isosceles triangles. But look at isosceles triangle look at the other triangle. This is an isosceles triangle, but this is not an equilateral triangle. So it's not equilateral. It's isosceles, but not equilateral. So that's why I said that an equilateral triangle is a special type or special example of an isosceles triangle. That is, all equilateral triangles are isosceles triangles, but not all isosceles triangles are equilateral triangles. That's what it is. So if you look at it from the diagram, it's very clear from the diagram. This is an isosceles triangle. It satisfies the properties of an isosceles triangle. The base angles are equal, and the two sides are also equal. But look at this. The base angles here are equal, but are all the angles equal? No, it's not equilateral. So all equilateral triangles are isosceles, but not all isosceles triangles are equilateral triangles. So let's take the next part. An isosceles triangle may be a right angle, obtuse, or acute triangle. Let me explain using the board. So what we are saying in a nutshell is an isosceles triangle may be a right angle triangle. It may also be acute. It may also be obtuse. But not all isosceles triangles are acute, obtuse, or right angle triangles. So let me draw three triangles here. So this is right angle, this scalene, that's acute, and this obtuse. So now look at this. 90, 45, 45, and then 50. So this is acute. All the angles are less than 90 degrees. 70, and 130, 650. So this is 110, 110, and this is 180. So this is 35. Sorry, I made a mistake here. you can see that this is right angle, this acute, and this obtuse. Can you see that this right angle triangle? Can you see that if you're looking at this triangle like this form, this could be the base angles. So the base angles are equal, and that satisfies the properties of an isosceles triangle. Now look at this one, 50-50. The base angles are equal. That satisfies the properties of an isosceles triangle. Look at this also, 35-35. The base angles are equal. It's obtuse, but it's also an isosceles triangle. What I'm trying to say, this acute, but it's also an isosceles triangle. This is right angle, but it's also an isosceles triangle. Do we get it? So that's why I said that an isosceles triangle may be a right angle triangle. The way you may be a right angle triangle, it may be acute, it may be obtuse, but not all isosceles triangles are right angle triangles. Not all are acute, not all are obtuse. It depends on the diagram and the angles, the interior angles. So if the interior angles are mapped out in such a way that the base angles are equal, then that triangle is an isosceles triangle because it satisfies the properties of an isosceles triangle. And let's look at the third we're learning new facts. These are new things. Let's look at the third one. So a scalene triangle, also a scalene triangle may be a right angle triangle, may be obtuse, and may be acute. Let me show you why. A scalene too. A scalene triangle. Let me draw another one. Another set. Okay. Okay, so this is another right angle. So this acute and this obtuse. So this will always be 90. So let me say this is 50, and this should be 40. Make up 180. This is 70. 30, 80, 120, 40, 20. So these triangles are scalene triangles. Can you see that all the interior angles are unequal? They are not equal. At least for the right angle triangle, the interior angles are not equal. Acute, the interior angles are not equal. 70, 30, 80. Obtuse, 120, 40, 20. But this is a scalene triangle that is also a right angle triangle. This is a scalene triangle that is also acute. This is a scalene triangle that is also obtuse. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is a scalene triangle may also be a right angle triangle. It may also be acute. It may also be obtuse. I have not said that all scalene triangles are right angle triangles. No, some are not. I have not also said that all scalene triangles are acute. No, some are not. Not all. Not all are obtuse. Only some. Some examples. So it may be, as I say, it may be. Right angle triangles also may be, for what I've said so far, right angle triangles may be a scalene triangle. It may also be an isosceles triangle. An acute angle triangle may be isosceles. It may also be a scalene triangle. An obtuse angle triangle may be a scalene triangle. It may also be an isosceles triangle. So these are some hidden facts that you need to know on triangles. That a scalene triangle may be a right angle triangle, it may be acute, it may be obtuse. An isosceles triangle may be an equilateral triangle. It may be a right angle triangle. It may be an acute angle triangle. It may be an obtuse angle triangle. So that's it. So let's move back. I think the other part is just what I've said, what I said just now. So a right angle triangle may be isosceles or scalene. Obtuse may be isosceles or scalene. Acute may be isosceles, equilateral, or even a scalene triangle. So even an acute triangle may also be an equilateral triangle. 60, 60, 60. Look at an equilateral triangle. 60, 60, 60. You can see that the angles are less than 90. And that's acute. But it's also an equilateral triangle. So an acute triangle may be equilateral. It may be isosceles. And it may be a scalene triangle. So these are some hidden facts that we need to know. And I have proved it. I have shown you why or how an acute triangle may be equilateral, may be isosceles, or may be scalene. Why obtuse may be isosceles or scalene, at least from the diagram. This is a right angle triangle. Both of them are right angle triangles. And so this right angle triangle, this triangle here is an isosceles triangle, but it's right angle. This is a scalene triangle, but it's also right angle. This is an acute triangle, but this acute triangle is also, the first one, is also an isosceles triangle. This acute triangle here, the one below, is acute, but it's also a scalene triangle. This obtuse triangle here is obtuse, but it's an isosceles triangle. This obtuse triangle is obtuse here, but it's a scalene triangle. So that's why I said that if you look at the key points or the facts, a right angle triangle may be scalene or obtuse or isosceles, sorry. An acute triangle may be scalene or isosceles triangle, or even equilateral triangle. An obtuse triangle may be a scalene or an isosceles triangle. So that's it. Just take note of these facts. So we have come to the end of our online class section on plane shapes. We started with definition of plane shapes, examples of plane shapes. We also looked at the attributes of some plane shapes such as rectangles, triangles, circles, and squares. So I believe you have learned something new from our online class section. Please, should you have questions, please kindly drop your question on the assignment part of the school portal. Thanks for listening. God bless you. Please stay safe. I love you. Bye. Hope to see you next week.